for you. It's been how many months so far? 3? No. April, May,
March.
June, March.
Yeah, middle March.
Middle March.
Yeah.
But I think you joined officially April.
Really?
Yeah. I remember because it was at the beginning of April.
Right.
But you came for the interview
In March.
Yeah. Yeah, but so you joined immediately the first days March, May,
March.
April, sorry. April.
Yeah.
April. So it's been 3 months. So this is your 4th month. Yeah, this is your 4th month.
Yeah.
How has it been so far?
It's, as I said earlier, I'm this person who's always curious about. I love learning.
Okay.
It may take a little bit time, but I always go back, meditate, go back. I can just watch a video over and over and over for me to really grasp whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I feel like I feel more wiser in regards to what I've learned, even if it's not like a lot of things I've learned, but in regards to what I'm learning, I feel I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know this all this while. It's like the old me was like very super more naive.
Imagine it's not you alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like for me when I came, I had already tapped into some of the things.
Yeah.
Like not believing in religion anymore. I started questioning that.
Okay.
Started actually manifesting more than praying.
Yeah.
Believing I have what I have. Instead of asking for it, I'm demanding for it because I deserve it.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think shout out to a friend, ex-friend, or a friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leila Kintai. She's one among the people when I was going through my hard time. She was like, hey, stop thinking about 1 and 2, 3 things that are not going to help you.
Yeah.
Try do this and this and this and see if it can work for you. And I think she's the one who introduced me into manifesting, literally understanding spirituality in its own way.
Yeah.
And I feel like these are some of the things, because if I being honest, there's some things she used to do, like burning sage, burning incense, literally in general. That's what we consider as witchcraft.
Right.
In 2020, 2019, if I didn't know what I know today, and after she told me what she's all about, I'd call her a witch. No,
that's not witchcraft, Jovi.
but I'd call her a witch because
I know. Burning sage, because you don't know your own Africanist. Burning sage is bringing in good energy, Jovi. Check it out. See, I told you the ignorance, like you got, that's why the guy got his eye poked out. You said that you were talking about. So the ignorance, burning sage is witchcraft. That's ancient. That's African spirituality. That's bringing in good. That's bringing in good energy, Jovi.
I used to
because the African and sage is named after African people, Jovi. The name sage because the Africans were called the sage race. Sage means wisdom, wise. Africans were known as the wise people.
Okay.
So they were called the sage race. So they named that practice burning sage. You see, but the ignorance so back in the past you would poke her eye out for being African.
I'd burn someone to remove their eye. What are you doing here? You trying to take my blessings? Trust me, I doubted her.
Yeah.
I did doubt her at some point because there were 2 friends, and one was a Muslim and the other one was a Christian. So apparently the Muslim, I don't think she really practiced Muslim religion itself, because you could find her just doing whatever Christians are doing.
Okay.
So I'm like, I as a Christian and a Muslim understanding each other? That was the first question, these people coming together and performing some things I don't even know. Why are they banning this shit, you know? Why are they performing some things that look like witchcraft?
Yeah.
I was lost, I used to find some things in our house, I'm like, what the heck now is this, you know? Like, nah.
That was you get for being nosy.
Yeah, I was nosy, but I'm like, nah, this is just too, creepy for me. So I feel like when I try relate with you, I was, after now understanding and doing research on my own, I was kind of tapped into some few information. But trust me, I was also shook with some of the things I've learned. I've learned most of the things here, I'm not gonna lie. Politically, more of religion, literally everything to do with us as African people that has been hidden. So you are not that young, that naive. I think it's just miseducation. Let's call it what it is. Where we don't know.
Hey, tell the truth, Jovi. You was on quick. You was on quick. You crazy, Cameron? He said it was no Jesus. So you were actually more shook than Eric was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I quit, being honest, because it was the first time he questioned it. I mean, I started questioning religion, but it was not like I was out of it completely. Yeah. I was not going to church, of course. I never loved church, but what do you mean Jesus is not real?
Right.
We've not been raised like that. You know, you can't question God. Number one, that is what we've been told as African people. So I was shook when he said Jesus is not real, and he said Jesus is not white. You know, I'm like, wait, what? So I went home, questioned my cousin.
It's amazing because even in the Bible, they kind of like explain or picture him as dark brown. Yeah.
But Sister I went home, questioned my cousin and the wife. They told me you must be crazy. That new job that you got, you must be crazy. What are these kind of questions you're coming up with? You know? And I backed off because also the way he answered me, it was with a tone that, hey, yo, why are you questioning such kind of... And my cousin is really, really invested in religion, so I'm like, hey, okay, let me step back a little bit and maybe I'm going to learn more of this. I need a job, yes, but this guy is questioning Jesus, you know? I was so confused. I was like in between. Shout out to Kami. Kami was a presenter also on Black on Fire. Right now, mother. Yeah, amazing. Doing amazing things outside there. Wherever she's doing, I wish her all the best. But I went to question Kami. I'm like, this guy, is this how he talks? You know, first he used to call Africans morons. It used to piss me off. I'm like, what does it really think of us? You really think we are morons? I'm really working for this guy and he calls us morons. How? Like, it used to piss me off. It used to piss me off for real. I couldn't show it, but I have to come up to work. But I act like I'm learning, but some things I'm like,
no way. You can't be talking about
Through Spikes also as well, it was like, that is cute, you're gonna get used to it.
I know it make you mad, Joe, because I see it in your face.
It used to piss me off, and I think you used to do it on purpose because it used to piss me off.
I did do it on purpose. I told you I did it on purpose.
I'm like, nah, so you are not really that naive, Iwaton. I feel like our African people are just, we're all miseducated.
Yeah. And for me, the most like blissful thing is all about the African history that has really kind of like touched my soul. Because I'm like, why are we not taught this in school? Yes, I know who I had the confidence who I am, what I want to do, but understanding that the fact that Africa is one of the most richest, wealthiest nation of all time, and they're hiding that from us, making us see like we want to go to these other countries because there's a better. Yes, for now they can say that. But understanding you have a lot to play in your country or nation, they're hiding this from us, and they're basically pushing us to leave this continent to go to these other nations. That's the main agenda, like, you know, get a scholarship to this country, but everything is here. That's the most, which is kind of making me upset. Not upset, but I'm learning. I'm like, it's okay. There's a reason why they're not pushing this in the educational system, but it should be there. Because I'm also wondering, like, in the future, God willing, if I have kids, would I want them to learn this system? I'm like, no, no way.
Exactly. I've also said the same thing. If there's a way you could keep your children out of the system, it would be really, really good. Shout out to Pastor Mackenzie. Pastor Mackenzie almost got my stepmom's mindset.
Oh my gosh.
I swear. The guy who made 600 plus people die and starve themselves, she really got my stepmom's mindset. And there's a time she started actually saying, because for me I was already like in high school. She was like, for the rest of our siblings, apart from my sister, they won't go to school. So my dad was like shook, like, what kind of nonsense is this? He was shook. Like, where is this coming from? What do you mean they're not gonna go to school? So Mackenzie had told people and his listeners, the system of education is effed up, and if you can now understand the truth, he's speaking the truth, but in a religion perspective. But in the real sense, the system of education is effed up. So completely. For them, the way they were being taught about the system, I can't remember the teachings. I didn't also never used to pay attention to a bunch of things. You could just see her introducing me to someone new. This is the new pastor. You know, this is the new pastor and all that. But she was caught up. She was like, I'm not gonna take my kids to clinic anymore. The polio, VSCCI, and ease. any vaccination. She's not gonna take the kids to school. Like she had said, I'm not gonna do a bunch of the things that the system does. And if you come try now see the true fact of it, you're like, hey yo, we need to keep our children away from this, because the effect of polio, VSCCIN is. I was looking at, I don't know if you know this guy. Let me share this video of his. I think either you know him, he's a content creator. And I was trying to look at this guy today in the morning, how he was dancing. This guy is so full of life. And I mean full of life, he has no legs. So I'm trying to look at his conditions of legs. I'm like, this guy looks like he was born well, because I really sat down to just look at him and the legs, and I'm like, how did he end up in this situation, you know? And for me, immediately I was like, it felt like just some polio, VSCCINE, that could have messed him up. This is someone that is so talented, but he can't stand up or even help himself, because either the system factor, because it's the system. If our system knew any better to change some of the things, now you know, it's just the same thing you've mentioned here, even with the taking of loans. Most of the things they have gotten us into, you know,
the greed. And as Keith mentioned, like, look at all the previous presidents. They are all like super wealthy. They're not investing in anything. They don't have like, yes, they'll create these businesses because of the money they're getting. But going deep to the roots, there's nothing to show for it in regards to how they get the money. And it makes sense right now in regards to what they're being offered, because all of them are basically wealthy, you know, and they kind of have like even schools, pathways named after them. And you're wondering, okay, what did you really do for Kenya? There's really nothing much to show for it.
Exactly. So if I find the video, I'll share it with you, maybe Instagram on the reels, because it was this guy just full of energy. He's full of energy. So you come on and do
is he an artist?
No, he's a TikToker.
He is. I mean,
let me share the video, so for Keith, and maybe those hit you on the wrong Mimi, but let me share.
What happened?
I mean, look at his energy. This guy is full of life. Na anamigo. You know, you'll find most of the people, I'm sorry to say, and this is a situation I want us to also to talk about, since we're also getting there. You'll find most of the people who are crippled or have any sort of disability, they'll go instead lazy around, beg. And I'm gonna use that term, lazy around. Go beg every day, money, every day. Sister, help me. Brother, help me. Grandma, help me. Grandpa, help me. Parent, whatever, help me. Pastor, pray for me. The prayers somehow never work. You know, it's crazy how we've been lied to, that cripples have woken up and stood up. God damn, in the name of Jesus. Oh my goodness, this is just so crazy. Just hit me. But you look at such people, for people who are crippled like this, there's a documentary I did sometime 2022 or 2021. This is a business when it comes to such kind of people from Tanzania to Kenya.
I heard about
you heard about it? Where they have like their own master who brings them to the streets. During the day, they collect they have a target.
It's amazing because Sakaja talked about that. The time he kind of like helped these, is it Rwandese or Liberian guy, kid was basically doing hawking around in town. So he basically helped him, and he talked about everything you're saying right now. You know, I know there's a cartel from these other neighboring countries.
What has he done?
And there's someone who, I don't know if it's a partnership from a Kenyan person in government in their country. What has he done? That's so true.
What has he done? That's because you talk about it, but there's nothing you've done. So this is a business number one. But specifically, before we go back to the business and everything, this guy feel like he was messed up. He looks like, because ukiangalia situation yake, I'm good being honest, and I can say he was born okay. But it looks like something messed his legs. You know, something messed his legs. And most of the time, shout out to Katie, she's given this story before of where a uncle also underwent the same thing. He took the polio, VSCCINE, and it had a very big effect on his legs till today. You know, and most of the people will find in this situation, even they are not born with any disability, because our parents didn't know any better. You know, they injected or took your child to the clinic.
Exactly, Joby. They took it. I gotta be careful because we're on YouTube. So understand, when you take these VACCN, that's actually giving you the ailment that they're talking about stopping.
Mm-hmm.
That's how wicked
Mm-hmm.
and evil these people are.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're giving your child the PO, this thing, that's what the child's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
It's some wicked shit.
Exactly, because we've never understood from what immunization is it preventing us from, like what disease is the polio, VSCC and E preventing us from, because Africans, me, I've known and I've seen this from the village. I've grown up with so many children on my lifeline where I've seen the pros and cons and the good healthy babies and the ones who are city taken care of, how they grow up.
Yeah.
And I feel like the city taken care of babies, their immune actually is very effed up. Okay, our immune system is weak because of the things we consume, which are majority they contain chemicals. The food is tampered.
That's it,
We
Joey.
have baby powder forms which are so crazy, which we saw recently, of course, Africa calling out on Nestle, Nestle, the company, the baby powder company, for producing all these toxic things to the babies.
This is garbage.
And if I
And also understand, guys, when you're talking about baby milk, see, a lot of things we don't understand. A lot of things we've been too trusting, too loving. You shouldn't give your kid none of that shit anyway, because that breast milk is based on a white woman's breast, which is what? Deficient in minerals from your breast milk. Black women have the best breast milk. These are facts. So that's why I showed Joey where they would take black women to breastfeed their children.
Yeah.
So this is truth, not me being racist here.
Yeah.
Black women have more minerals and vitamins in their breasts, so their breast milk is the best.
True.
So you give your kid that fucked up milk, you're making your child retarded. You're cutting off its intelligence, because white women's breast milk is not as good as black women.
So before I second what Keith is saying, after giving the example of the city babies, how their system is fucked up, there's a cousin of mine, right now he's a grown-ass man. There's a cousin of mine I've taken care of. I used to feed him. I've never seen him getting sick. I've never seen my auntie taking him to hospital. Maybe just cold, which you're gonna get, of course. The drugs which are also not safe, because we also have herbs that you can give to the kids and they can, be cured. But majority of the times I've never seen my cousin being taken to the hospital. I used to feed him. I was given an example sometime with some of the foods you should give a kid once they hit the stage of eating. I remember as we used to give my brother ugali. You see ugali, there's how of course ugali ya mtoto inatengenezwa na supu ya nyanya with a soup of tomato. And that's it. Nothing else, nothing added. No spice, no nothing. Ugali and that. Majority of the times we're gonna either boil matoke and blend them and give them as a porridge. Yeah. And it's so nice if you mix it with the raw potatoes, the viazi and everything. Sometimes you give them pawpaws, that is a fruit. Blend the fruits. I've also done that to my brother. You used to blend fruits like the pawpaws, the watermelon, the banana all together. Then you give it to them instead of feeding kids all this Cerelac, because that's what now parents opt for. That is true. Quick baby formula shit. Cerelac, you don't want to struggle. Come on, why? This is so crazy, Why don't you want to struggle for your kid? Baby,
but they don't know, Joby, that Cerelac and it's Cerelac and also infant milk. They don't know that it's mineral deficient for Africa. See, people been indoctrinated to love white people. They got the best. They do the best. So we haven't even studied into this to understand that our breast milk, share your screen again, Joby. Show black women nursing white children. That happened in colonial times and slavery times, especially down in South Africa, because you being the first women, your bodies produce the best. But you don't know that because you're indoctrinated to love white people. You think white people are better than you. Understanding that the black woman has the best genetics. She has the best breast milk. There's more vitamins and minerals in her milk.
You said black women nursing?
Say images of black women nursing white babies.
Okay, so apparently what I did before I even pulled that, I pulled the black women nursing black children. And this one says, as this was an all too common practice, most black women stopped and refused to breastfeed their own children. However, moving forward to motherhood, post-slavery, the practice of not breastfeeding black children has become a culture norm. Literally.
Wow. Yeah. That's true.
It has become a culture norm, because you'll find that there's this thing nowadays you see of Suji pumping breast.
Yeah.
Suji, you're pumping milk. You're gonna leave your child Suji with some milk refrigerated.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be warmed. I feel like that is actually reducing nutrients in the milk itself. Because the moment you start, you're gonna pump, it's refrigerated, and then it's gonna be warmed. Yeah. You're killing the nutrients. Am I wrong, Keith? I could be wrong, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. No, it's okay to pump in the freezer what you heat it. You're taking the nutrients out of the milk.
Exactly.
So you want it to give it. You want it as fresh as possible for the child. So that's why if you pump it, that's still a good thing. Pump it and put it in the refrigerator. That's perfect. If you heat it, just heat it up a little bit. If you got to heat it a little bit, just heat it a little bit. You know, not much, but it's still, either way, that's still the best than the fake Infamil, the fake Similac.
Exactly.
Don't give your kid that shit at all.
Exactly.
That's
so
garbage.
Before I share the image, it says history has it that the practice of having black lactating mothers breastfeed white kids originated in the 1600s, when malaria claimed numerous lives of many white settlers, and the slave owners believed that feeding their babies with milk from their native slaves would provide them with natural immunity against malaria.
Wow.
Yep. So these are some of the images.
It wasn't just malaria. It would make them healthier because the black women genes are better. That's why.
Yeah, so this is one of the most of the common image I've seen most of the times. Then we have this one.
And also, when they were having a white baby, they would rape the black woman because black women just don't have milk. They gotta have first. So they rape the black women. Sometimes kill the black child if the woman still have milk in her breast to feed the white baby. That's how wicked they are. Sorry, here, child. You learning some more shit.
It's crazy, man. Even the woman doesn't. She's not even happy at all. As much as you're helping a kid, because you got the Africans, whatever, heart kindness, still this is wrong.
You're being forced to do that, Joby. Because a lot of those women were raped, Joby. You can't have breast milk unless you have a baby. So a lot of women were raped to have breast milk for a white baby.
What? This is just so crazy, man. Disgusting of white people. But back to the business I was talking about the disabled people. I've mentioned this before, but I've never debated it on a deeper level.
Okay.
I feel like most of these disabled people take advantage of situations. Apart from the business that we can see happening in Tanzania, Kenya, we have those who can actually help themselves. I feel like an employed person and a disabled person, they're not different. The only difference is that there's one part of the body that either can't function the same way a normal person can. But if you have the capability of, talking to people, if you're not deaf, numb, or if you can talk, I believe you can actually make money. So there's this guy who's always here every morning. When I used to come open the studio, there's this guy who's always seated here at the corner of the fence every morning. Every morning. He's always there. Even when you wake up at 6, he's always there. So you wonder, how does this guy crawl to here, and where does he take all this money he collects every day? So, like we said, we understand there's the one who have the masters, but there's the ones who just don't want to do anything about it. I feel like you can take, ukipata, so kila siku utapata 100. It's not every day you're gonna get 100 bob or 200 bob, and it's not every day you're gonna consume 200 bob. You're gonna eat something cheaper to live according to your standards of or means of life. So I feel like most of these people, that is the best example I've given. After umechangata kama ni, let's say 100 bob, I'll give them minimum 100 bob. Eat 50 bob or eat 30 bob. Okay, eat 50 bob at, let's say githeri, because githeri is the cheapest meal. Kales, you need ugali flour, which is expensive. So let's say githeri, you can live with githeri hata kama ni a month. Me, I can live with githeri. I'm literally eating githeri right now. I love githeri personally. You eat githeri, the next of the remaining 50 shillings, instead of squandering it all on betting or trying to become a lottery winner, you know, go to the market, collect some nyanya or vitungu for 50 bob, which is plenty, because if you take it in bulk, kwa soko, it's plenty. Come make a profit double of from what you sold. Kama kitungu umechukua na 10 bob, come uza 20 bob, because right now there's scarcity of vitungu, you know. Uza 20 bob. Make from 50 bob, you'll make maybe even double of what from your own, you know, from the original amount. I'm trying to get the right term, from the original amount. And that way, like every day put it a practice, you're gonna become a whole big entrepreneur. I've said it's crazy when people think a business has to start with a large amount, exactly, a big capital. You can start, and I believe it's possible, and I was able to pull it. So when I was starting to work when I was working at Blackout Fire, I was coming 3 days a week. That was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday, I'm gonna sell milkshake. I was earning $3.5. That is $35 after every 2 weeks. So I just before my salary got to whatever it is right now, I had to arrange myself I had to move. That is $35 every 2 weeks. I had to move. Najipanga kuhama, because I'm living with people who do not really want me there. They're already showing me that you have a job, so you're either gonna pay the bills, contribute, or get the F out. So I had to arrange myself to move, and in the middle of moving, I'm like, how can I top up this money so it can, you know, accumulate quickly for me to move out, because I feel like it's really becoming too much. So I used to take 100 bob. 100 bob, I'm gonna buy milk, 1 packet of milk. At that time it was 100 bob, no, 50 bob, sorry.
It was
50 bob. I'm gonna buy milk, and then buy bananas is at 20 bob. Bananas at 20 kitambo. If you go kwa soko, you can get even 4 or 5.
That's
a bunch. And then add maybe pineapple, or if not pineapple, I'll ensure I have a vanilla essence. So before it runs out, of course, I have, you know. So mostly I do milkshake of vanilla, like that is banana, milk, and maybe some biscuit to make it look like Oreo type of shit. You know, just decorating and all that. And I could make, out of 100 bowl, I used to make 600.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, girl.
Yeah.
That's good.
Exactly.
Business out
so you see the blender, right? The blender is
It is big.
So if you take this small cups, the 50 bob, and you know, and ensure it's well refrigerated, and time people during lunchtime, when people are going to look for lunch, pop out. Go give people, hata kama utata majority of the times I used to give on debt. When you get money, you're gonna give it to me. Just don't play with my money. I'm gonna give you on debt, but ensure you pay me. I remember only one person never paid me even up to date. I don't know where they went. They went away or something. But I used to make 600. That is Tuesday and Thursday. So 1200. 1200. That is around like That is at $10 literally. Yeah, for 2 days of me being off. So imagine you collecting 100 bob, and kitungu. Kitungu is even more cheaper, and you can, you know, raise your business if you keep it a practice and become disciplined, because business also requires discipline. You can do it. So I feel like, in general, what I'm trying to say with these people who are disabled, I really hate seeing them begging every day. It's not because you really want to.
Of course, my heart breaks.
I
believe
it's not like you don't want to, but honestly, I don't know if you've seen children, especially upper quick mat. You've seen kids. So those kids apparently are sent by their parents.
Because honestly, they look really well dressed.
Exactly. The kids are very well dressed. You wonder, why is this kid not to school school borrowing money? And then I came to ask, the first time when I moved to Rongai, it used to just like, I'm like, I can't help everyone, okay? You can't help everyone as much as you really want to, you know? And some of the kids also take advantage of the situation. So I came to ask Katie, because she had stayed in Rongai longer than me. I'm like, are these kids always begging in the streets? Why? Why do we have street beggars in Rongai? It's always normally in town. I mean, it's not like you're gonna lack a street beggar anywhere, but Rongai, it's children. Like, these children always sent there by their parents. I'm like, god damn, that is taking advantage of situations, you know. And you're also using your kid for your own benefits, because the moment you teach this kid this from the younger age, that is all they're gonna know. And this is why you find most of the children are gonna turn up becoming thieves, because they don't know anything else. If it's not begging, they're gonna take forcefully too.
It's true.
So,
but it's not right. Even I think in town, those parents who are doing it's not really right, honestly.
It's
I
not.
understand life can be hard and difficult, but there's also a way, as Joby has said, to basically start a business. You don't need
A big
trillions,
capital.
million, thousands, even 500. No, you don't need that. You just have to be really smart about it. And you basically, the profit that you're going to get back, as you're saying, I'm like, what? From 100 shillings, which you've started with, 600?
Exactly.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it used to be, it was amazing. Even when I was moving out of there, when I was moving, some few people only noticed because I used to move. I'm coming to work with a big bag. So when I get to the stage, people are asking me, hey, yo, when are you moving? I'm like, nah, I'm just taking my stuff somewhere else, you know, like to be fixed. These are a few things I need to go fix. I'm coming back. And that's how I left.
Completely.
That's how I left. Never went back. I don't look back, man. I never went back. So people started questioning, like even later people started texting me like, hey, we don't see your milkshake anymore. I'm like, yo, I gave up. So I already started building a customers, and people are relying on me. At a certain time they know, and this specific day there's this deliveries being done, either I'm gonna take or not. So to become an entrepreneur, this is just to everyone. You can do it. You don't need to start with a big capital.
That's true.
You know, you don't
I think
need.
that's even with everything you people want to start. They think if you want to start something, you have to have all these infrastructures and resources. Start with what you have. Honestly, just start with what you have. If you can, and you'll see everything is gonna just fall into place bit by bit. Yeah.
But anyway, as we get to move on, yesterday with something I think you guys talked about is about the memorial. Let's call it a Memorial Day, which was yesterday. Yesterday was also the Saba Day, so I was like, this actually happened the perfect timing. You know how perfect that is. Like Saba, of course, is a day where we remember the struggle also for Kenyans trying to fight for a new constitution to be changed because things were so crazy. We were dealing with a dictator that
so it was literally a holiday.
Yeah, no, not a holiday.
Not like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I understand what the question you're asking, but it is every year, the 7th month, the 7th day. It is a memorial to Kenyans and the history they took part. So I was saying it is, even with the platform, I was trying to check a couple of things. They were saying this is happening so perfect because Kenya is right now actually undergoing something amazing where we're fighting and struggling, you know, trying to fight bad corruption. We've already, of course, dealt away with the financial bill, but still it's not really enough.
The corrupt leaders
the corrupt leaders are still there. A few changes might have been made, but it doesn't mean the whole system has changed. So yesterday we had, of course, so many artists. We had Giuliani, we had Calligraph Jones, we had Bien, we had so many artists, Sanai Paitande, we had Nameless. Wasani wengi turned up yesterday, and shout out to everyone who actually just took their time to come and honor this day with the fellow Kenyans. But we had Boniface Mwangi. Boniface Mwangi is an activist, of course, for those who do not know. He's one of the people who have been fighting for the struggle of Kenyans and the struggle of the people itself, calling out bad corruption. As much as people shout out to Dimore, you know, I really don't like when people say he benefited through poverty, because what facts do you have about that? You know, and if he did, he's the one who had the images somehow. You know, he released a whole document. This guy released a whole document in 2022 December. I remember, not 2021, before I traveled, December. And I sat down to watch this documentary. This guy struggled during the 2007 to just get all those pictures. There's live bullets everywhere. Kikuyus, Luos are burning and killing each other. We have Mungiki, and remember Mungiki used to cut your head. I remember a friend of mine was telling me yesterday they saw a head being plugged. They were young. They saw a head chopped and plugged somewhere. You can imagine that.
That's brutal.
It's trauma. That's trauma.
Yeah.
You being a baby and saying that.
I know.
You know, it's crazy. So Boniface Mwangi yesterday said this, and I kind of disagree with it. Okay. Because I feel like we've honored these people very well. You know, their lives, their names will not be forgotten.
Of course.
We honor them. They really fought for Kenya. But I don't feel what he said. He says that the best way to honor the Kenyans who died during the protest is to have roads named after each one of them. So if it's roads, number one, you have to be very specific. What are we talking about? And is this really constitutional too? this time we're not caring about what is not constitutional or not.
Of course.
We also have we have our norm ways of identifying roads.
Okay.
Kama mimi nikienda Thika nianze kuona inaitwa Peter sijui nani, I'm like, I feel like this should be done. If it's to be done, it should be done well. But let's listen to what he had to say.
When you stated Kenyans
Let me share this here as it gets
are at least being heard, what's your stand on the president's call for dialogue with the Gen Zs?
No one needs dialogue. Tutaki mdomo, ameshatuua kwanza. What you're telling the president, you have the Kenyan constitution, follow it. That's what you're saying, because, for example, Linturi is in office. He sold our parents fake fertilizer. Why is he still in office? The people who are in his government, who had rape cases, murder cases, corruption cases, all of them were dropped. We are saying, stop. Kenya has a lot of people. Stop appointing people who are corrupt into office. Yes.
And maybe talking about that, what's the best way that the fallen soldiers could be probably honored? Because of course we had lives lost. What's the best way we can honor these people?
Like every town should have a road named after them. So Sakaja, we can have a street where we have if you go to Germany and you walk around Berlin, you'll find places where they have put names on the floor of people who died, who were killed during the Holocaust. So what we can be able to do, name roads after them, remember their names. If you own a matatu, get one of these fallen soldiers, put their picture on your car. Let their names live forever.
Well, personally, I disagree with him. I do disagree with him saying the names should be put on the road as to identify roads. I don't know specifically.
How I understood this, I think maybe he means on the ground. Like, I feel like the Hollywood signs. No,
he's trying to use the example of Berlin.
Yeah.
But for him,
but it's on the ground.
That is for Berlin. But for him, he says, "Kwa road." What road? He has not specified. Maybe let's listen more.
Yeah.
Maybe I've not listened.
You know, Stella Winja is named after a lady who fell during when it was being constructed. That is called Stella Winja. So Stella Winja died in the 80s, but her name is remembered. So let us name roads after them. And there's another thing. I know I can't bring up back who they lost, but compensation for the victims is very important. And don't forget, the people who are shot were still in hospital. Some have been paralyzed for life, maimed for life. Even them need to be compensated. And we need to go after the goons who looted property and the financials.
Okay, so that's what he had to say. I still disagree with him. I feel like there's a better way. It is okay. I feel like there's a better way to honor these people. And I feel like personally we have Uhuru Park. Okay. If you remember during the financial reject bill demonstrations, financial bill 2024 rejection, that is at the beginning of it, especially I think the second demonstrations where we saw Uhuru Park being destroyed. If you try look at, let me see, how much did Sakaja spend to renovate Uhuru Park? Okay. Then from there,
renovated?
It was, because we had it was looking kind of pretty. Not a fan of Uhuru Park.
It was really looking good.
I'm not really a fan of Uhuru Park even since I was a child. You could not take me to Uhuru Park. Why are you taking me to Uhuru Park? Why? Take me to better places. Why are you taking me to where there is everyone for free?
Right.
Take me somewhere else. But let me see how much did Sakaja spend to renovate Uhuru? How much will it cost to hire renovated? Okay. Pitching the tents at the Central Park.
Information about it.
Not to hire. How much did Sakaja? See, they're high. They don't want to give it. Okay, Governor Sakaja reopens revamped Uhuru Park. Let's see. How much did he spend? Well done. Sakaja praises body over Uhuru Park new look. Goddamn, who's body? Not even body for body. So Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja on Saturday, March, that was 24th this year.
Sure.
Reopened Uhuru Park for public use. Speaking during the mass registration of guard force numbers (JFN) for private security guards event at the revamped Uhuru Park, Sakaja confirmed that renovations at the heart of the city were complete. I want to see So these are some of the images you can see.
Okay.
It was kind of looking pretty.
Okay.
Kinda. Say. But I wish you can see how much he spent. So this one is not giving how much he spent. But you find, of course, there's some funds that were pocketed. Okay. So I feel like the best way we can honor these people, using the same strategy he had, let's now have each corner of Uhuru Park named after these people. Like the way we have the kids' corners. Do you what corner?
Yes.
In parks, yeah? The kids' corners. Let it be named after those people. I feel like that is the government's property. And that is the best way we can honor them, you know? And it is still also our property despite the government. That is the best way I feel like we can honor them, where everyone has access to actually go. Hata wazazi wao wakitaka, like you can just go and
because you are the government.
Yeah. So I feel like that is the best way for me. We can honor them. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you wanna add anything on that?
No, I was just thinking the way yours. For me, what I got from him, what he said, I think he meant kind of like having their names kind of tagged on the ground in like a particular county or town. That's what I got from it.
Exactly.
I think he meant the same picture that came into my mind is the way we have these Hollywood stars name basically tagged on the floor in their city. I think it's in LA or New York, I'm not sure. Yeah, so basically that's what I got from it.
It's amazing. So we had, of course, a bunch of artists who also had something to say. Modani, the drama queen, shout out to her. She said we must maintain pressure. We are in the movement to make positive changes, and the constitution is on our side. Well, we hope so. We really hope so. We also had Nameless, who said, told the police using excessive force on protesters, they need to know that this is a fight for them as well. Well, I hope they know, because after the salary was raised, we don't know what else is gonna go on, because the salary was raised.
It was raised.
Yeah.
And did they really accept that fact? Because the salary increment, because some members of parliament were denying it.
No, leave alone those ones.
Yeah.
The police officer's salary, before that happened, and that's why we saw so many people were shot dead during the last protest. Kenya received 59 billion for malaria and tuberculosis. Nowhere in the media have you seen these funds have gone to malaria and tuberculosis. Nowhere. Nice. I've not seen it. Nowhere. Where there's Kenyans who are being helped right now to, you know, tackle malaria or such kind of things. Immediately 2 hours later, the police officers, after that fund got in, police officers' pay was risen. Immediately. And I remember I can't remember where the other funds went. But these funds were not for malaria nor tuberculosis, because there's nowhere we can see reports.
I haven't even seen that information or news anywhere. You know, I think the system still continues. Yeah,
it is crazy. But as we get to actually wind up, I see also NEMA has begun to enforcing a law that mandates Kenya to separate their household waste into organic and non-organic waste bags or face fines. Okay. So they're saying that the National Environment Management Authority will start enforcing a law that requires Kenyans to separate their household waste into organic or non-organic bags. The government announced in 2023 that this law would take effect, and NEMA has now confirmed that starting on Monday, that is the 8th of July today, Kenyans must comply. Notice issued on April 8th approved that 90-day grace period, which has now ended going forward. The government aims to ensure adherence to this law. According to NEMA, saturated waste should be placed into proper label and coded containers, bins, and bags. So number one, after before they move on, okay, we want to go back. It was, I think, last Friday we were discussing about funds allocated for garbage collection. You remember?
Yes,
we talked about that. Funds allocated for garbage collection. But if you look at our city, how dirty it is, number one, you can't tell us bullshit.
We're talking about the way the governor was actually last week was being interviewed by the Senate, and they're like, well,
they started arguing. They started arguing.
And he said, no, I'm not gonna mention names. Just give me more time. But he was being questioned by, I remember, is it Halwale and Senator Onyanka? And there's another senator who's very outspoken, and they were asking like, you know what have you really done for the city in regards to the garbage collection and also mainly development that people are supposed to basically see?
Exactly.
There's Robin Hook over there, ain't it?
Pardon?
Oh, sorry, Jim. I thought I was on damn mute. I'm sorry.
Please mute yourself.
I know. I thought I was on mute, Jim. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, I'm saying that we should go back to where they had that discussion just last week. You know, first tell us where the funds are located for garbage collection before you come to my house.
Yeah.
My house is my problems, and my garbage is my problems until they go outside there, which is your problem to tackle, which is non-organic and organic. You know, because I remember actually it was the same country, Kenya, said, was it Kenya or Tanzania or Uganda? It was Uganda. They said they're gonna start using plastic, recycled plastics into desks.
Okay.
I think it was Kenya or Uganda, if I can't remember well. Kenya or Uganda, one of the countries. They're gonna start using garbage for that is cancer. You can't sit on plastic. Like literally, it's not even using plastics themselves. It's not recommended. I learned this from my mom when she actually had cancer. Like, yo, Joby, stop using plastics. Stop using this and this, and you'll rarely find me using plastics most of the time. At Kwango, I don't have plastics in my house.
African American who created plastic told you it was cancer caused him when he created it. Dr. George Washington Carver. When he created plastics, he said, "Hey, this is cancerous." He told the white man, "This is cancerous. Be careful." But of course, he took the invention. The white man made billions of dollars and left George Washington Carver butt naked and broke.
It is crazy, but I believe what NEMA is trying to do, nobody should be arrested. First, let's address the issue in our city. Just outside there, even Shumani was saying this last week, outside there we have people throwing garbage. If you're not careful, this might become a litter very soon, like a place that is not even going to be viewable anymore, because they just throw everything there. Unless, shout out to Priscilla, the lady shop, my friend out downstairs here. Priscilla, you'll find her actually being the one burning. Is it takataka ziko hapa? I'll find myself doing the show. I'm like, what's that smelling? Then I go peep the window, and oh, it's Priscilla burning them plastics, because nobody gets to come and collect. The county governor is not even bothered. When it's raining, these sewages are always blocked. We see the roads being filled with water. What have you done with our sewer? What have you done? There's nothing you've done. So shut that.
We don't throw trash where you live at. If you care about yourself, you don't throw trash and garbage where you live at.
Well, sadly, Kit, we have to accept that Africans are also not taught that. The fact that our country has and the leaders lack discipline in because I as a leader, if I say I don't want this and this to happen here, you guys are gonna follow, and that's what happens here. If I say I don't want to see this, I don't want to see this, that will have to be followed. But these same leaders are the ones throwing everything everywhere. So you expect me to just be the one who's disciplined and what? Come on, no kid. It is the leaders to be blamed. It is the leaders to be blamed who have not actually put any code of conduct on how the environment should be handled. Nobody is arresting you for littering everywhere.
And nobody has been questioning you.
You can't do that in Rwanda.
Okay, people have been questioning you.
Rwanda lock your ass up. You can't live in Rwanda, Joe.
Exactly. If we had that same code of conduct, we'd not be seeing any of these people littering everywhere. But the fact you as a leader, you go littering everywhere, condoms, whatever.
That's why I'm going to send you down to Rwanda like when I said, Cam and Spike, you can't litter. They'll lock the people on the street living with water, they'll lock your ass up.
I find it even
the government lock your ass up.
Even like a banana peel. I cannot do it.
I don't.
I just put it in my bag.
I've ever slid because of a banana peel.
There's no trash can anywhere around me.
I've ever slid because of a banana peel. Literally. So if I eat a banana, I'll put it in my bag till I get where I'm going, and then I'll throw it. I'll always just put it in even gum, because I don't like stepping on gum. So if I'm chewing gum, I'm gonna tie it somewhere where it's gonna harden, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw this when I get somewhere I can throw it, but not somewhere where someone can step.
Even a sweet drop.
Even spitting saliva.
Do me a favor, Joby. Do me a favor before we leave.
Yes.
Go to YouTube. go YouTube real quick and say, the street cleaners of Rwanda. They even got people all over the country who clean up the streets every day. So no trash nowhere. That's not just in Kigali, that's the whole country.
Yeah, but
so,
in Kenya we only have Nakuru. In Nakuru, that is when you're going to the western parts of Kenya. Nakuru is the cleanest city we have in the 254, and it beats even the main city. So that is the only place that has code of conduct, because you can't go littering. Yeah. Actually, if you land in Nakuru, the city is so clean. Oh my, it's clean, by the way. You've been to Nakuru?
No,
it's very clean.
Aki,
it's clean. Yes. It's very, very clean. I'm not gonna cap. Nikusafi sana. Like, place you just go wanna stay because of the environment, the way it's taken care of. But let me share this as we get to wind up very quickly. Sure. Shout out to John Mosquito. I see you on YouTube. Hope you're doing amazing. So we have this is Kigali.
Kigali, the capital of one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, Rwanda. In this video, we explore Kigali, Rwanda, also known as the land of 1,000 hills. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone for them to get to know more about the African continent.
Because of the Congo. That's the Congo money.
Kigali is located right in the heart of Rwanda, or you can say it's found in the middle of the country. The city was administratively founded in 1907. This was during the colonial rule of the Belgians to Rwanda. By then, Kigali was just a small trading area where many people came to conduct trade and basically do other types of business. It was between this period of 1907 to 1962 when Rwanda fully got her independence that Kigali later became recognized as the capital city of the country, Rwanda. The city is located along the Ruganwa River, and I must say the other major features that make up the city are the many hills and valleys that Kigali comprises of. The central business district is found on Nyarugenge Hill, whereas the government and other administrative quarters are found on the Kacyiru Hill.
I'm showing more about the city, but it's a clean city according to what you can just see, even from the way he's just viewing it. I remember Wodemaya actually even eating, shout out to him. I remember Wodemaya eating on the
People think this boy is going mad.
on the silver line, literally. You can't do this in Kenya. You can't eat somewhere like you're gonna puke the shit out of you.
This is the craziest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
I know, we can tell Wodemaya.
Yeah, that's a lot. Really.
It is crazy. It must be crazy because I mean the city is so clean. No, even you can't even see a single paper here. Just some clean water because it's probably from clean.
The craziest thing he ever did was punch his Kenyan wife in the stomach.
What?
I'm joking.
We would have gone for him in Ghana. We would have gone for him in Ghana right now. Joe Mosquito will take us to his village right now. Shout out to him. He says, what's up? You're all just popping in for a bit. Thank you for tuning in. Says, Joby, have you seen Iwaton German Shepherd? It's a killer. Be careful when visiting her house. You might get eaten alive. God damn. I also had a German Shepherd way back. I'm not gonna lie. I had a dog, but I was never home. So nobody cared about it. They left it and it died.
Oh my god.
And then it used to miss me because I remember the last time before it died, it was so excited, and then its immune was already fucked up, so it died. I was the one who was there to feed it. It needed the VSCCINEs, because you must inject it some when they're young, especially. There's some injection I don't give them. So I didn't do all that. I was always outside, you know, doing nothing. If you ask me, I was outside doing what? Doing nothing.
Literally nothing.
Nothing, you know, doing nothing. But shout out to those days. I also had a good time. You know? I feel like that's what makes me more relaxed.
No babies for you, Joby. Goddamn, you fucking a dog too. You're not. If you can't take in a dog, you're not ready for no baby.
That's what I said. You know, come on. No, I'm struggling taking care of myself. So it would be a dog, girl. My cramps take me crazy. So imagine a dog yapping and all that.
You'll be fine.
I'm gonna have a dog when I have my own compound.
Okay.
You know, because even despite me having the kind of house I have right now, I can't still keep a dog.
Okay.
It is big, like a balcony. I think there's a neighbor of mine who has a dog upstairs.
Yeah.
I always hear her barking somewhere. But anyway, much love, family. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Rhythm Scoop Show. Arts, entertainment, and culture every Monday and
you can have a dog. Your house big enough for a dog, Joe. We just don't want no damn dog.
I don't want no dog, no cat. Not right now. Not right now. Well, I'm not even in the house. Most of the, so it's gonna die like the other one. I'm never home, so it's just gonna die. You know? But anyway, much love. See you guys on Friday, same time, same place. But catch me, of course, tonight on the Africa Today show. But this has been the Rhythm Scoop Show with myself
and the lovely Iritan.
Yeah.
Happy days and stay safe.
Period.
Somebody said Iritan was like Sade. I was like, what? Like Sade. I don't know about that.
Pardon?
You guys know what Sade is?
No.
Sounds familiar.
Put up images of Sade. Put up images of Sade real quick. Images of Sade. S-A-D-E. Sade. Images of Sade. The Nigerian singer. S-A-D-E.
Really, huh?
Sade. Can you spell that again? I think you got it wrong.
S-A-D-E.
S-A-D-E.
Oh, Sade. He said Sade. You had what?
Sade.
Oh, me, I had Sade.
Sade. That's how it's pronounced.
Oh. Yeah. You resemble her, no cap.
Really?
Yeah. Here.
I didn't see it. She looked like Sade. I was like, what? I don't see it. So maybe.
Yeah. From afar.
From afar?
Yeah. I think because of your face and lips.
Yeah. Maybe the face.
And the lips.
The shape of the face.
And the lips.
Maybe the face of the face.
The way you put your lips and your face. But anyway, much love.
Okay, anyway, guys.
See you guys.
Bye, take care.
That's right. That's how you know. If you don't see, that's how you know we are one of the most famous singers of all time. And Joby and Irritan don't know who the hell she is.